Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of WWE 2k14 Universe Mode. My name, of course, is BrendenPlayz. This is the final episode before the Payback pay-per-view now. If you want to check out some match previews, if you want to get a bit of an in-depth look at all the matches that's been booked for the show, a bit of a look back at what's been happening here in Universe Mode, make sure you get on that. The link to that will be in the description down below. It's on the BrendenPlayz website. A few questions were asked me, is the website free? Yes, it is. So it's completely safe, so don't worry about that. Check it out. So we are here with main event. We have Paige versus Cameron, the #1 contender. Paige versus Cameron one-on-one. Mark Henry will look to take on Kofi Kingston. Of course, Kingston lost last week against CM Punk. He had a chance to be #1 contender, but he missed out. Fatal 4-way, we have Sandow, Axel, Ambrose, and Rose, and the #1 contenders for the WWE Tag Team Championships. We're going to call them the Celtic Thunder, thanks to... I can't remember who actually posted that, but thanks to whoever did that in the comment section last week. They're going to take on Punjabi Cobra. Kofi Kingston, he beats Mark Henry. Well, there's an upset for you. Unfortunately for Kofi, the match has been booked, and it's not going to change the match, so we're still going to have Punk and Henry. But Henry, a bit of a setback heading in towards Payback. Ambrose with a big victory in a fatal 4-way match. Sheamus versus the Cobra. Punjabi Cobra, it's the Celtic Thunder. They get the victory, so Sheamus and RVD getting the win. So I actually really like Celtic Thunder. That was the only name actually mentioned in the comment section last week. And as soon as I heard that, I said to myself, that's the one. That's all I want. I want that. Celtic Thunder, that's it. So we are going to go with that. And to be honest with you, it just kind of fits. It just kind of works. It's a really, really good name, I actually thought. So, we are here. Here is Paige. We are going to have Paige versus Cameron. Of course, Naomi was scheduled to be the #1 contender and was scheduled to face Oksana for the Divas Championship at the Payback pay-per-view. But of course, Oksana, well, she's been looking good. And Paige actually knocked us Oksana on an episode of SmackDown. Naomi, on the other hand, hasn't exactly been setting the world on fire. She's had a couple of victories to kind of keep her above water, but not really enough, in my opinion, to kind of convince me to give her an opportunity for the title. She does have a legitimate cause, rematch clause for the championship, which is fair, but I gave her the opportunity. Paul Heyman gave her the opportunity on Raw, and look, she lost. It was Paige versus Naomi one-on-one. The winner would face Oksana at the pay-per-view, and Paige got it done. Paige defeated Naomi, and now we are here with the rubber matchup. Well, not really a rubber match, but Naomi's partner Cameron will be facing Paige here. And I know I haven't done many Divas matches leading up towards Payback, and I apologize for that. Some of you guys have been telling me, Brendan, you got to play some more Divas matches. I know the Divas aren't the greatest, but you've got them, you're using them, play a few more matches from them. So I'm going to try and do that for you guys. I know you guys probably don't have the most interest in the Divas, but I know I probably should be trying to use them a little bit more. I have said it before, if I could, I would actually not use Divas at all, because, I don't know, to me, I just got nothing for them, but I'm going to try and amp it up a little bit with the Divas and make sure that I use them a little better. So we have Paige and Cameron here. Of course, Paige kind of... Well, she's been on the roster for a while, but it's really only been the past couple of months where we've seen Paige make a bit of a comeback, make a bit of a turnaround, and start to get a bit more time on Raw and SmackDown and get a bit more of an opportunity here in the WWE. And she's certainly going to try and make the most of it. I mean, coming up against Oksana is not going to be easy at the Payback pay-per-view, but I feel as though Paige, with this momentum she's got, could really actually win that matchup. I think she's on a 3-match winning streak at the moment. If she wins here tonight, that'll be the 4th match in a row, which will certainly favour her heading in towards Payback. And if she beats Oksana, that'll be 5 in a row. Plus, the Divas title will be around her waist. So, Paige is certainly looking good right now. Certainly trying to step up and make a name for herself here in WWE Universe Mode. Paige going for a submission hold. Naomi was getting involved, but the submission is still locked in. So, of course, Naomi could play a bit of a factor here on the outside for Cameron, as Cameron looking to try and wear down Paige, but Paige is just on a roll right now. She's in complete control of this match. So, of course, this is the final episode of Main Event and SmackDown before the pay-per-view. I uploaded the Brock Lesnar vs. Triple H promo video a little bit earlier, than I normally do. I normally upload all the pay-per-view promos in one hit, but I decided I'll upload a promo a little earlier, just for just a change, see how we go. Here's the cover to Naomi gets involved, pretty much saving the count. I thought Paige had that one, and Paige is wanting Cameron to get up. I think Naomi hasn't been ejected, but the referee's not happy with her. Here we go, Paige Turner. That could be it. Paige hits her finishing maneuver, and Paige could make it 4 in a row. 2, 3, that is it. Paige has all the momentum in the world behind her heading in towards the Payback pay-per-view. Look out, Oksana. Paige is coming for you and your championship. Big victory here in main event. I believe that's 4 in a row. I could be wrong. It might just be 3 in a row. But nonetheless, Paige is certainly on a roll right now. No, it's definitely 4 in a row. My apologies. So she's certainly looking the goods. I think we may have a new Divas champion at Payback. Honestly, I believe Paige could get it done against Oksana, who's really kind of dominated the division this year here in Universe Mode. And really, there hasn't been many other Divas that's kind of stepped up to really try and take on Oksana. But Paige looks to be her biggest threat right now. So, big victory for Paige. And it'll be very interesting to see what happens in the future. What does the future hold for Paige? And will we see Paige be the next Divas champion? Who will step up to the plate if Paige does win the title? So many answers need to be, so many questions need to be answered. But we will find out at Payback just exactly how that's all going to pan out. So it's now time to move on to this week's SmackDown episode. What a victory from Paige. Let's get into SmackDown. All week, everyone's been saying to me, champ, you've got no chance. You're coming up against Batista. You're coming up against The Undertaker in a World Heavyweight Championship triple threat match at Payback. This is your first championship title defense. And it's a triple threat match against 2 of the greats in the history of this business. But I'll tell you this, I'm not afraid of The Undertaker. I'm not scared of the animal Batista. I know what they're both capable of doing, and Batista can attack me from behind every week after SmackDown. I don't care. The fact is, at Payback, I'm going into that pay-per-view and I'm going to give 110%. I'm going to try and win this match for each and every one of the C Nation. I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to hand over my title for nobody. I respect the hell out of The Undertaker, and Batista, I used to respect the hell out of you too. But I know that both of you guys are going to be the strongest and toughest competitors I've ever faced in my career. And at Payback, I'm in for the fight of my life. But at Payback, I'll be walking in with the World Heavyweight Championship belt around my waist, and I plan on walking out as the World Heavyweight Champion. Well, the champion John Cena knows that he's in for the fight of his life at the Payback pay-per-view, but he's still very confident that he'll be walking out as the champion. We move on to this week's SmackDown card. We have a #1 contenders match for the World Tag Team Championships. It's Rey Mysterio and the Big Show going to take on the Awesome Ryders. Of course, Mysterio and Big Show had a shot at last pay-per-view, Extreme Rules, and they missed out. They failed. Can they get it done this time, perhaps? If they can beat the Awesome Ryders, they'll get their opportunity. CM Punk will take on Wade Barrett one-on-one. Oksana, the Divas Champion, will face Natalya. So that should be interesting, considering Paige just won her matchup. The Primetime Players, they will face 3MB. So that should be interesting because PTP are the World Tag Team Champions. The Usos will face the Los Matadors. El Torito will be joining them as well. It's the full family there for the Los Matadors. This is the full party. And what about this for a main event? 6-man tag team action. The Wyatt family. They're going to face Batista, Undertaker, and John Cena. The 3-man involved in the triple threat matchup at Payback will have to align themselves together to take on the Wyatts. That should be one hell of a match. We will play the #1 contender match though. Wade Barrett, he defeats the #1 contender for the Intercontinental Championship, CM Punk. So Punk has been derailed, heading in towards Payback. Natalya beats the champion Oksana. So our hopefuls are not looking good at the moment. PTP versus 3MB, well there you go again, 3MB, so this is a bit of an upset of a show here on SmackDown. Los Matadors, they beat the Usos as well. I believe the Usos haven't won a match in a long time. And John Cena, he wins by pinning Bray Wyatt for his team. So Cena has the momentum heading in towards Payback. That is going to be one hell of a match. Cannot wait for that. Payback is going to be so much fun. And the winner of this matchup will be a part of the pre-show for the Payback pay-per-view. This is the final match that needs to be announced for Payback. The World Tag Team Championships will be on the line, and the PTP Primetime Players will face the winners of this match. It will either be the Big Show and Rey Mysterio versus the Awesome Ryders. So Awesome Ryders kind of emerged in the last couple of weeks as to be a very viable contender. But of course, Big Show and Mysterio had their opportunity at Extreme Rules, and they missed out. They failed. It was a steel cage match. It was down to Big Show and Titus O'Neil in the end. They went for God knows how long. They went for forever. It was one hell of a match. It was very long, very drawn out. It was very dramatic, but as it turned out to be, the Primetime Players won, which meant that the Primetime Players would win the tag team titles, the vacated tag team titles, the reinstated tag team titles. So now, I guess the Big Show and Mysterio, they want a rematch. They want another opportunity, and they may just get that at the Payback kickoff show coming up on when Payback airs exclusively to the BrendenPlayz YouTube channel, which is going to be, I tell you what, Payback's going to be great. You know, I know that WWE 2k14 is really kind of dwindling out, and you know, it's all kind of been played out, but tell you what, I'm still really excited. I'm still very pumped personally to see how Payback's going to play out. I think it's really going to be a really fun pay-per-view, so I highly recommend that you guys do check it out. Tell your friends about BrendenPlayz. Tell your friends about Payback, and make sure they get involved. If you like WWE, make sure you tell a friend, and you know, the more subscribers, the more, I don't know, I guess the more viewers for my videos, and the more videos I can do, and the more feedback that I can get to try and make better videos. And really looking forward to Payback. Obviously, though, I will announce now that I have a lot of work coming up, like uni-related work, so Universe Mode I'm going to still try and do Universe Mode videos in general quite a lot, but in the next week or two it's going to be pretty crazy. So if Payback is delayed a little bit, I apologize for that. I will try and get it out ASAP, but I've still got 2 promo videos to come, so that will be for the World title and the WWE title, so expect them to come out in the next few days, I suppose. And I'll still try and keep my upload schedule, but yeah, so if I do make Payback, you know, if Payback is delayed a little bit, that's the reason why. You know, I've just got some other things I've really got to take care of first, and and I got 3 exams coming up in the next week and a half, man, so it's pretty crazy. So I'm gonna try and get that done first, but I will try and get Payback out ASAP. I know you guys love to hit me up on the Twitter machine and say, Brendan, where the hell is Payback, buddy? I want to know where it is, brother. And sometimes I just don't have an explanation, and it's just me being lazy, but now I actually have a legitimate excuse. So, like I said earlier in the video, make sure you check out the Payback match previews on the website. I'm going to probably post up the final previews in the next day or 2 as well. There's probably a few I need to do, so like I said, I've been busy, but yeah, so have a read of them. It should get you pretty pumped and hyped up for the show. Obviously promos coming out as well, so Payback's coming soon, very very soon. It's going to be a lot of fun. Highly recommend that you guys check it out, and I'll say it now like I normally do, but also would really appreciate if you guys discuss Payback with me and everyone else over on my forums, BrendenPlayz.com/forums. Good place to discuss everything to do with BrendenPlayz, as well as the real life WWE as well. A lot of fun over there, but we need some members. We're kind of struggling a little bit to get some members in recent weeks, so I would really appreciate it if you guys did take the time to go over to the forums, make a few posts, introduce yourself, and get involved in the BrendenPlayz community, as we have the Awesome Ryders trying to take out Big Show Mysterio right now, but well, it's a pretty even game at the moment. I mean, Awesome Ryders, you know, when you think about the Awesome Ryders, they have been kind of a bit of a hit and miss. When they joined up as a tag team at the beginning of their run, over mainly on Raw, but you know, that was still when the joint ventured tag team was still going on. But Awesome Ryders had a really good start as a tag team, and it looks as though they were going to be the next tag team champions, but I think it's a similar case to Truth and Consequences, where they got so close, but then they missed out, and they never were able to recover. But now they're slowly starting to get themselves some momentum, slowly starting to build themselves back up to the point where they are back in contention. So we could see the re-emergence of the Awesome Ryders. If they win here against Big Show and Mysterio, obviously they're going to take on the Primetime Players on the pay-per-view. So that's a huge match for these two guys, and this could be the beginning of the new era for the Awesome Ryders. And you know, obviously on SmackDown, when you think about it, there hasn't really been one consistent team other than, you know, besides the champions, other than Big Show and Mysterio. So really, it could be Big Show and Mysterio kind of going back and forth between the Primetime Players for quite some time. The Wyatts, they've been inconsistent. Of course, they were defeated by the Awesome Ryders last week, I recall. And the Usos, I tell you what, I don't think they've won a match since they've become a SmackDown exclusive tag team. They have been really, really bad, haven't they? Really struggling. It's kind of a bit concerning. Lost Matadors, they got a few wins here and there. 3MB have been good in patches. So a little bit of inconsistency happening in our tag team division here on SmackDown. Like I said, Big Show Mysterio, really the only tag team that's kind of emerged to be the next tag team champions. And you guys still been hounding me with a lot of names for the Big Show Mysterio. I still have not found a name that I like. I don't know. You know, like the biggest little tag team, or what are the, I don't know, I can't think of some of the names you guys have been giving me. They've been good, but you know, you just find a name that just kind of goes, yes, that's the one. So it happened with me, Celtic Thunder. I thought, yes, that's the one. Straight away, when I saw the Awesome Ryders, I thought, yes, that's the one. We kind of struggled a little bit with R-Truth and Xavier Woods, but we came up with Truth and Consequences, and I thought, well, that's probably going to be the best one I can find, so that's the one. So we're still kind of searching for Big Show Mysterio, so if you still kind of thought up with any kind of new names for Big Show Mysterio, let me know. And, you know, maybe I need to go to the poll. I did that with the Charisma code. Maybe I need to pick out 4 or 5, go to the poll, put it up on the website, and make you guys vote. That might be the way to go about it, because we need a name for Big Show Mysterio, as they could be our next tag team champion. So if they don't have an official tag team name, that looks pretty bad on my behalf, considering that you guys have been giving me 1,000 names for them. So I've got to find a name for them. So if you have any other suggestions, I'll kind of look through past videos where I've asked you guys to answer. But if you've come up with any cool new names that you think will fit, make sure you post it in the comment section down below. Here's a cover from Ryder 2. No, just a 1 count. So this is a vital match for the Awesome Ryders. And Mysterio and Big Show, you kind of get the feeling, hang on, wait a minute. Skull-crushing finale. Well, that could be it. Awesome Ryders, they're going to Payback. Here we go. 1, 2, Big Show's coming. Oh, but Mysterio kicked out a 2 on his own. Wow, what a kick out from Mysterio. Oh, what a head scissors there. Down goes The Miz. I was going to say Big Show and Mysterio could really venture out on their own as singles guys, whereas Ryder and Miz struggled to do so. Oh, Miz kicking out at 2 of the last second. His shoulders were down. Ryder was trying to get in there. He was too late. Big Show was in there as well. We got the shoulders down again. He's near the ropes, but it's not going to be a rope break. But Ryder, he breaks it up. It's all action right now between these two tag teams as they both try to fight to become the next WWE #1 contender for the World Tag Team Championships. This SmackDown exclusive Tag Team Championship belt. Oh, Mysterio off the top. Wow, springboarding over the top, taking down Ryder. I believe Miz and Mysterio are the legal men, as you see Big Show and Ryder leaving the ring. So wow, what a match we've got going on here right now. Mysterio trying to survive and take down the Miz. Oh, a standing moonsault there. And Mysterio trying to quicken the pace a little bit here, trying to get it back to his sort of style. Obviously, you think about it, Big Show and Mysterio have such very different styles. 2, oh, Miz countering. Pinfall of his own. Big Show coming in, and he breaks it up with a big leg drop. So Big Show and Mysterio, very 2 different styles there, so that can really kind of work in their favor. Because if you have one unique style that your team kind of uses, and your opponents have mastered that style, and you know, you really can't fall back on anything else. Here's the Big Show, but Miz counters the Big Show's attempted hot tag there. Whereas you have the Big Show, who's just a big brawler. He's huge, well, he's humongous, you know, he can knock you out, that KO punch, chokeslam you all the way to hell. And you got Rey Mysterio, who can fly around the ring. It really makes for a very, very good tag team, in my opinion. As Big Show launches Miz in the corner. Oh! Big Show heating up, the big giant. Oh! Taking down the Miz. That could be it. 1, 2, 3. Yes, that is it. Mysterio and the Big Show have done it. I wouldn't say it's an upset. They've been the better tag team here in the division. But I thought the Awesome Ryders were coming into this match just a little bit more momentum on their side. But great victory here by the Big Show Mysterio, which means Primetime Players versus the Big Show and Mysterio will happen at the Payback pay-per-view. Make sure you tune in to Payback. It's coming your way very, very soon. Do not miss it. You will not want to. You will regret it. It's going to be epic. Make sure you tune in. If you want to know the card for the show, it's on the website, BrendenPlayz.com. Go to where it has BrendenPlayz at the top. Scroll over it. You find WWE 2k14. Scroll over that again, and you'll find Payback. So, that's going to do it for today's episode of SmackDown and Main Event. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like on the video. If we can get 200 likes, I'll try and upload a few Payback stuff a little bit earlier. So make sure you get onto that. If you haven't already, I would love it if you guys subscribe. We are nearly at 11,000. Unbelievable. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. Hope you guys enjoy Payback. It's coming your way real soon. Continue the discussion about this video and everything to do with BrendenPlayz by using the hashtag BPZ.